So you're saying that by letting things go, it becomes, I form new habits.
That's right.
And it's going to make it easier the next time to become mevater.
100%. And we know people that have a hair trigger response to becoming angry. Anything you do, suddenly there's a mechanism that sets off in their brain that says, I'm being disrespected, become angry. Disrespected, become angry. And they've literally wired themselves for that emotional response. But in much the same way that we wire ourselves to become angry or annoyed or jealous or envious, we can rewire ourselves and make it physiologically easier the next time to become more and more calm until that meter becomes instilled into our very nature. So each and every time you become a vater, it's not just in that case. You begin to build a new set of connections between different neurons that allow for you to literally rewire your brain to make yourself much more easier to let things go that really don't matter.
So do I hear you saying that maybe a good tip, a good trick would be start being mevater on small things and then build it up over time, and it's going to become easier and easier?
Let me tell you, you be mevater on anything you can. If you want to go for small things, absolutely great. If suddenly you wake up in the morning with an epiphany, go for the high-hanging fruit. Whatever it takes, because each and every time you do, small, medium, large, doesn't make a difference. It begins to rewire you spiritually, physiologically, and emotionally. And we have to take advantage of each and every opportunity when somebody bothers us, when somebody may or may not disrespect us, when somebody insults us, simply let it go, and the way we grow is absolutely so amazingly profound. And we have obligation to stand our ground, to speak up, and to stand out for what's right. But that is the 1%. And we convince ourselves it's a 99%. When reality is it's a very small instances that we really have to speak out and speak up. Most of the time, the right thing to do is simply to let it go.
And I have to imagine, in particular with spouses, if a spouse has been used to years and years of me not giving in, and then little by little, I give in on small things. It could be something as simple as, where should we go for breakfast? Where should we go for this? Something that really is meaningless in the scope of the big picture. That's my spouse, our spouses are going to start to say, wow, he's changing. He's improving. He's giving in a little bit. He's becoming a little bit more flexible. Is that a good way to begin to start to tackle even the bigger issues that go on?
Absolutely. And one person really can spiral a relationship, even in our marriage, in an entirely new direction. What happens is one spouse does something, we become upset. So then we sort of passively, aggressively do something back, and that person back to us, and it spirals out of control. One spouse in one day, in one action, can begin to turn that around simply by showing proper, certainly, respect to our spouse, honoring our spouse, which we have a mitzvah to do, treating our spouse properly, letting things go, not being bothered. We find the entire atmosphere in the house is simply different. We become different people. Our relationship can be transformed. And it all begins with a single decision. Am I going to take this personally, or am I going to let it go?
It seems like this would apply in almost every situation in life. In 98% of the situations we encounter, whether it's husband, wife, boss, employee, parent, child, whatever it happens to be, if we just take the attitude like, you know what, my life will be happier if I just let this go.
That's right.
Is that the proper perspective to have?
Yeah, not just happier. You're right. You will be better off. We're here to grow spiritually, not for this person to bend to my will, not to have the window up or closed. We're here for us to be able to push our ego aside and to go with our neshama. So the question we should ask ourselves is, why don't I have more opportunities to be mevater?
So we should look for those opportunities, even small little things, as we spoke about before, to be mevater on, and those are going to lead to bigger things.
Absolutely. Every chance you get to simply let things go, once again, emotionally, spiritually, and physiologically, you rewire yourself to make it easier the next time. And you talk to these people that live to be 102, 107, they all say the same thing, right? They ate yogurt, right? And they were able to let things go. Nothing ever bothered them. I don't know about the first one, but I do know about the second one. They never talk about being bitter. They never talk about holding a grudge. They always had the same attitude. They were able to let things go.